Hi, Shane here. You're watching Sam for God, and this is Mark. Check her out.
Well, hello guys, how are you doing today? A couple of weeks ago I saw a show that I've wanted to see live professionally for a very long time, and that's Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. This is currently on tour in the UK and Ireland, I believe, and I saw it in Wimbledon, the new Wimbledon Theatre, which is probably the closest venue to me. Anyway, I absolutely loved this production. I thought it was amazing, and I'm going to tell you why, so maybe you can go and see it as well. Right, so the story is very simple. You can probably guess what the story is about because of its title name, Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. It's about seven brothers. The oldest one's called Adam, and he finds himself a wife called Millie, and Millie then goes to live with him, but she doesn't know that Adam's got six other brothers, and then she finds out, and then basically it's just kind of them living together and what Millie makes of the brothers and what happens to the brothers after Millie meets them, and all the six other brothers also go and find themselves wives in the story. So yeah, pretty basic, cheesy, predictable plot, but it really doesn't matter. I mean, this is a classic American musical, and if you've seen the film, you're probably already familiar with it. I watched a film for this, a musical film, when I was about 16, I think, because we did a production of this in high school. It was actually the first ever high school show that I was a part of. Nothing big or anything, I was just in the ensemble, but it was still fun. It was like a good memory of high school for me, and because of that we had to watch it, and I loved it straight away. Anyway, so I'm going to talk about the cast now, because it had a really good cast. Adam, who's the oldest brother, was played by Sam Attwater, and apparently he's meant to be quite famous. I think he won Dancing on Ice a couple of years ago, and he was also in EastEnders, which is a British soap which I don't watch, so I didn't really know him at all. I didn't have any clue who he was, but he was really good. His voice was great, his acting was pretty good, and yeah, overall I really enjoyed his performance. He didn't amaze me or anything, but I thought he worked really well in the show. Then we've got Millie, who's Adam's love interest. She was played by Helena Blackman. Oh my god, she was phenomenal. Honestly, she was so good. I'd seen Helena before in a couple of concerts, but I'd never really seen her in a proper show before. I think the last thing I saw her in was Little Women, which was like a concert version of the show, and she played one of the characters, a very small character in the show. And I thought she was excellent, even from that small role. And I've always wanted to see her in like a big role, and I'm so glad I did, because she deserves it. She deserves to be like have loads of leading roles, because wow, she is incredible. I mean, Helena's got a fantastic voice. Her acting is very natural. She's just got it all, really. I really can't fault her performance. I also thought her chemistry with the brothers, especially the six brothers, not Adam in particular, but the other six brothers, was absolutely brilliant to watch. Helena showed a good mix of vulnerability and leadership in her portrayal of Millie. I just thought she was completely spot on with the way she played the character. And yeah, her voice, obviously it helps that she's got an amazing voice. I mean, seeing her in this literally made me want to go and buy her album, because she's actually got an album out, which I think it came out a few years ago. And yeah, I really want to see her play Glinda one day, or just something bigger than this, because I mean, this is a lead role, but she deserves so much more. She's like, in my opinion, one of the most underrated performers of our time. I mean, she is just brilliant. Then we've got the six brothers. Oh my god, they probably stole the show, actually. The six of them work so well together, and all six of them are completely brilliant. There's no weak link in the brothers. I mean, some of them do stand out a bit more than the others, but overall they just work really well as a team, and the scenes that they were in were so much fun. Honestly, they're all such incredible dancers as well. And I mean, I'm going to get to the choreography in a second, but these six guys, all of them, could dance very well. I do want to name them all because I thought the six of them were fantastic. Jack Evans plays Daniel, Pip Hersey plays Ephraim, Ross Migro plays Benjamin, Joe Murphy plays Caleb, Sam Stones plays Frank, and Jack Greaves plays Gideon. Now for me, Jack Greaves as Gideon and Sam Stones as Frank were actually the two highlights in the brothers. Both of them really stood out. Obviously Gideon's got a slightly bigger part anyway. I mean, he's even got a solo, which he was brilliant at. His voice was incredible. I had goosebumps when he was singing. So yeah, Jack Greaves, fantastic performance from him. But Sam Stones as well as Frank, his facial expressions throughout the show, I mean, he was always in character, and he was just funny. I couldn't help but watch him when he was on stage. Really enjoyed his performance. But yeah, all six of them were absolutely brilliant. These six brothers obviously each want to court a wife for themselves, so the six wives were played by Zoe Nicole Atkin, who played Liza, Lindsay McAllister, who played Martha, Marianne Phillips, who played Ruth, Elisha Sherman, who played Sarah, and Carrie Willis, who played Dorcas. And actually, not forgetting, Georgina Parkinson as Alice. Now again, from the girls, they were all really good, but Georgina Parkinson was the highlight. Definitely. I mean, oh my god, her performance was hilarious. She completely got the character of Alice, I think, and she would just be like this really squeaky, happy, innocent girl, because she's meant to be the youngest of all of the girls as well, and she showed it really well. She looked all excited when, you know, Gideon, who's her love interest, came to court her. I mean, she just looked so in love and so hyper, like any teenager would really. I thought she was really, really great. She did some like random screams as well, like high-pitched, excited screams at some parts, which had the whole audience laughing. So yeah, I mean, good job to her, Georgina Parkinson. I really enjoyed her performance. Okay, so now we get to the choreography, which I thought was excellent. The choreographer for the show is Patty Colombo, and she's also the director of the show. Honestly, I mean, I thought the choreography was everything I wanted for it to be. And I know that doesn't really say anything, but it was just fantastic. It was so energetic, so much fun. I mean, the brothers were doing so many random things on stage. They'd be like throwing some of the girls and somebody behind them would catch them. They'd be doing all these random flips and turns and just loads of crazy things going on, which I thought was phenomenal, really. I loved it so, so much. And I mean, that's saying a lot because, I mean, I'd only just seen Newsies like a month before. And I think, in my opinion, Newsies is probably the best choreography I've ever seen in any show. So coming from that and seeing this, I thought this was pretty much on par with Newsies. It was just so much fun. Really, really loved it. Very creative, fun choreography, and obviously all the dancers, including the girls, the brothers and the girls, were just really great. Their energy bounced off to the audience and made the audience want more. I mean, I was literally smiling the whole way through the show. Just picture me for like 2.5 hours just being like this, because that's genuinely what it was like. And when the dance scenes happened, I was like the smile just broadened and was even bigger than normal. But yeah, it was incredible. I really, really enjoyed it. Particularly the main dance scene, which is the barn dancing. If you've seen the film, you probably know what I'm talking about, but there's a scene just before the end of Act 1 where the brothers have gone to try and court the girls, and so it's like this big mixed kind of party thing. Everyone's there, everyone's dancing, the music is just there. It's so much fun. Probably one of the best scenes of any show I've ever seen in terms of how much fun I had watching it. And the song as well, this is the next thing I'm going to talk about. There are some instruments on stage. The score for this musical has a lot of kind of violins in it, and it's very traditional music, but it's really fun. So there are some acting musicians on stage and some parts of the show, but the orchestra as well, it sounds amazing. The songs in this show are just really, really fun and very, very catchy. I don't really know how else to explain it. They're not the best songs I've ever heard, but they are just fun, and you just come out, you know, humming the songs and wanting to listen to the songs again, and it's just catchy tunes, and I absolutely love it. Obviously I was familiar with the songs anyway because, like I said, I've known of this show since I was about 16, so I already like them, but just seeing them sung live and so well, obviously with Helena's voice, which is absolutely beautiful, and then all the male songs like going courting and stuff with all the brothers, it was just great. It was literally a joy to watch. Anyway, sets. The sets were very good, very basic, but really good for a touring production. I thought Adam's house in particular was done really well, and yeah, like I said, nothing too special, but I was impressed. I thought it was good for a touring show like this. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all I can say because I don't want this review to be too long. Most of my reviews recently have been very, very long. But all I can say is that I really, really enjoyed it. And again, it's one of those shows that during the interval, I was like, I want to come and see it again. I remember actually ringing my mum during the interval and be like, Mum, are you free on Saturday at matinee? Do you want to come and watch this with me again? Unfortunately, she wasn't, and I wasn't actually free either, but I am planning on seeing it again many other times. It's coming back close to London again, I think, in the new year. I think it's going to be in Richmond and Woking, and yeah, all these kind of places near London I'm going to try and go to because I just really enjoyed it. It just put a massive smile on my face that was just there for the duration of the show. And the whole cast was very, very talented, and the music as well. It's a very fun, classic show, classic musical that I think everyone's gonna like. I mean, personally, I think it's the best touring production I've ever seen. And I know that may seem like a big thing to say, but I honestly felt that way. It's certainly the touring show that I've enjoyed most out of all the ones I've seen in the past few years. So yeah, if it comes near you, definitely give it a go because you won't be disappointed. It's a great evening out. Everybody's gonna love it. It's so much fun. As I was leaving the theatre, the Wimbledon Theatre, I heard people just talking about how amazing the cast was and how amazing the dancing was and how amazing the show was as a whole. So yeah, I completely recommend it to everybody. I'm going to put the link to the tour website in the description below, so have a look on there and see if it comes near you, and if it does, definitely go. I completely loved it, really, really loved it, and I think that you will too. And yeah, that was it. That was my review of 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!